How's it going, y'all? Welcome to today's video. So it came to my attention that I have not made a video to welcome you guys to my channel and to let you guys know a little bit about me. So thought might as well do it today because we're kind of in a natural break from all the cars because well, I'll tell you what's going on with the cars later. So let's go into the garage real quick and get set up. So let's start with the basics. Hi, my name's Austin, and I am actually almost 29. I turned 29 on the 11th of March, which is tomorrow as I am filming this, which I'm still not ready for it to come, but it's gonna come either way, so might as well accept it at this point. Currently, I work at Summit Racing Equipment as I'm a sales specialist. I help people buy parts. I have no idea what I'm doing half the time because I have no knowledge of small block Chevys, big block Chevys, Windsors, Clevelands, big block FEs, and I'm learning a lot there. I specialize in Japanese cars and motors. I have way too many projects, but that's the fun of it, right? If you guys are new, thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for joining the Ohana. Thanks for joining the channel. The whole point of my channel is to teach you guys how to get more comfortable with working on your cars, get more knowledgeable about what terms are and the process of going about doing things. I've got an amazing support system. I got amazing subscribers. You guys are the best, and I am so appreciative of where I am right now in my life because, so a little background on me. I was born in Napa, California. I moved to Southeast Asia with my family for about 16 years, and then in 2010 I decided to move back to the US, and I've been here ever since. I have been here in the US now for, I believe, 13 years, which surprisingly enough is like I've lived in Asia for longer than I've lived in the United States, and a lot of culture difference, a lot of culture shock as far as moving here permanently instead of just visiting, because visiting, you know, it's kind of like you going to LA for the weekend. You love traffic because you don't have to deal with it all the time. I have lived many different places, and I just moved up to Reno from Las Vegas because I wanted to pursue this channel. I wanted to have space and have the necessary equipment, or get the necessary equipment to be able to show you guys how everything is done. And so far, I mean, it's still early stages of everything. I feel like I'm very blessed to be in a situation I am in right now, as far as the drift car, the overlanding off-road car, the show track car, and the daily, and everything else that I acquired during this journey along with YouTube. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna update you guys about everything right now with all the cars, the plans, everything, because I feel like a lot of you guys that just subscribed to the channel, I want to kind of catch you guys up to where everything is currently so that we can kind of go forward. I have this mentality where I can't move to another project until a previous project is done, and that's because I have severe ADHD, and I also just need to make sure that like I'm teaching myself how to properly space everything out as far as projects go, because for me, I know that if I don't do that, I'm going to forget everything about a project when I move on to another project, and then that's going to make that project that I'm working on prolong itself. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because this video to me is going to really be the basis of everything that this channel is about. I'm going to talk about a lot of different things in this video, so it might be a little longer, but I feel like it's an important video for you guys to see, because I want you guys to know who I am, get to know me, and get to know my background, and get to know what this channel is all about. So let's go, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Okay guys, so to start off this video, I wanted to let you guys know that I am a mutt. I am a mix of a bunch of different ethnicities, mainly white Caucasian, but I'm also Hawaiian, Chinese, and I believe Korean. I'm still not sure what I fully am. I haven't checked my ancestry or anything like that, which I should start doing, I'm not gonna lie. However, the white side is from Texas, and then the other side is Hawaiian, obviously. So because of that, you already know I'm a Yoda boy. I have a lot of Toyotas, which is in the name. So I got through high school. I graduated in 2014, and I decided to try to go to community college because I wanted to figure out if I wanted to go to regular school or, you know, trade school was the way to go. So that was short-lived. I was in community college for 2 years basically, and then I decided to go to trade school. But I didn't go to trade school until after I moved to Las Vegas. But going through trade school and living in Las Vegas taught me a lot about automotive and a lot about the car scene in good and bad ways. I'm going to show you what the projects are right now. I need to talk to you guys a little bit about the company that I have, Hammah Down Restorations. It is a engine rebuild and manual transmission rebuild company, and I just recently made it because I saw a very small gap between engine rebuilders and all of these different industries in the automotive field, and I told myself, well, why not be that difference? I mostly work on Nissan, Hondas, and Toyotas. Rear-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is kind of what I prefer. However, I'm not against working on front-wheel drive cars. We have a roommate's car here that I've worked on. This is a 1994 Toyota 4Runner, so it's a second gen, with the notorious 3-point-slow 3.0. This is Toyota's worst and most shamed upon V6 that came in the, I believe it came in the 90 to 95 4Runner pickup, 2001 and to 2004 Tacomas, because when they switched from a pickup to a Tacoma, they still had this motor because it was either the 3.4 liter or it was the V8 in 4Runners. So they used both the 3.4 and the, I will be changing this motor to the 5EZ. I already got it. I'll show you that in a second, but I am planning on taking this motor out and swapping it with the 5EZ because this thing, I actually bought this car blown. It was sitting for like 2 years. This was my first car I bought after graduating from trade school, which I was like, I told myself I have to know how to work on cars and I have to know how to do it the right way. Got this car and it was my first engine out, engine in swap, which went really smooth. This engine, I believe, already had its timing. This thing has been a trooper. I have not done anything to the engine bay besides doing the spark plug wires because I didn't want anything to be, I wanted to be stock when I took it out, so I didn't have to take anything else out. I can't wait to get all this evap stuff out. That stuff is disgusting, and I just have to do, I'm doing a whole build series on cleaning this whole thing and making it so that the 5EZ can go into it. So I'm really excited about it. I know a lot of you guys are excited about it too. The only real modification I did, put a double din radio. The only modification I really have in it is the short shifter from LCE, and it makes everything so nice and notchy because the fifth gear doesn't go all the way to the glove box, which I think without the short shifter would be like here. But yeah, this is the only modification I did, and then I painted the white just because at night I couldn't see. I put LED bulbs in it as well in the cluster, so background so I could see better at night. Well, that's what I said to myself anyways. This is going to be my overlanding slash fishing slash go have fun in the wilderness car, but that's not going to happen until the 5EZ happens because we're going to add some nice spicy power to it. We're also going to put new wheels on it, new tires. We're going to transform this car, so that car is going to be awesome. I can't wait. I also want to put a new front bash bar on it, as well as the rear bash bar too, right here. And then I also got a Toyota Hilux Surf tire swing out, which is nice. I need to still get parts for this. I got this at the junkyard in Vegas for super cheap. I actually had to get the rear door as well, because it had the reverse lights on both sides, and it had this latch right here, and then I had to wire in the tag light bulbs, license plate light bulbs, whatever you want to call them. That would all work. I still have a few grommets, balancing things that I have to get, which Toyota still sells, which is amazing. I am going to take this off too later on. I got this car to actually tow. My original plan was to one easy swap it and tow, so I could use this car as a tow rig for local events. However, I think I'm just gonna get a tow truck so I can tow anywhere I want, plus to the track events here. But the track events here in Reno, which is Club Rowdy, shout out to you guys, they're super close, so I can just drive my car over. And if I can't, one of my buddies down the street that actually goes, and he has an E46, his Instagram is Recheck Racing. If you guys want to check him out, we are going to be doing a lot of collabs together and do a lot of cool filming, so hopefully you guys are going to be excited for that. But he's so close that I could just call him, and wherever I am, he'll help me, and I just have to throw him gas money. You know how it goes. That is my 2nd gen 4Runner. Her name is Kailani. I love her to death. This is my favorite chassis, honestly. I do want to get more into trucks, but this is going to be like my overland camping truck. You know, that's just how it's going to be, like for the channel. I do plan on getting a surfboard rack on it so I can put my surfboards on it. I actually want to go up and do some off-roading in the snow probably next winter, since right now it's still snowy out. It is March right now. Probably next winter, because I want to this summer fully take everything out, get everything dressed up, do all of it. The only problem is it's just me. I have all these cars and everything takes time, unfortunately, but that's going to be the plans for this. I cannot wait. I'm actually going to be doing a body lift to it so that the engine fits better, and we're gonna do a whole refresh. I do plan on making off-road bumpers, all that kind of stuff for the 2nd gen, because the 2nd gen has a lot of gap in the industry for aftermarket parts. 3rd gen has everything, but the 2nd gen doesn't. So for me, this is kind of like a way that I can get into the market with chassis that doesn't really have that much support. We're then going to come over to this car, my hero car of the channel, which, for those of you guys don't know, this is a 1995 Lexus SC300. I spent so long trying to get this car. It took probably me about 6 months to find it in Las Vegas, and I'm so happy I did. It's really rough. It needs a lot of work, but I did do a lot of modifications to it to make sure that it can drift. And so this is my track drift car. It has a lot of body damage, which I'm going to be using as a template to do body work in the future, but for right now, this is the current state of it. So if we open this hood up, we are looking at, well, a lot of things that need to happen. So I have to take the head off, and this is the motor that blew. A lot of people on my video that I uploaded about blowing this motor gave me a lot of crap, that, you know, 2JZs don't blow up, what are you doing, you're like a rookie novice, like how could you do that? And I just got a lot of negative comments, but it's funny to me because they didn't realize that if they watched the video before that where I had done the water wetter, yes, I was a rookie, and I'll admit that straight up, but the reason why this car here in Reno, we get snow, we get a lot of snow, so because of that, also you have to think that it gets really cold, and because I put water wetter in this instead of coolant, it froze in the pipes. And yep, that's my bad. I'm not gonna, you know, kind of dismiss any fault, because the fault was my own, but that's why we're doing this and we're rebuilding everything, which kind of it helps anyways. It's a learning experience, and no matter how much people give me crap on Facebook, Instagram, or any social media platform, I take this as a sign of getting better and of learning, because if I don't mess up, I don't learn. And the one thing I don't want to do, live my life without learning, because learning to me is the best way of making things happen. I would rather fail 50 times because I'm learning 50 times, if that makes sense. So this engine is an NA 2JZGE. I've been thinking about doing a lot of modifications to it. This is just like the first stage, basically. So my plans for this car right now is to get the motor working again in NA form. I did 6-speed swap it from a 350Z, so if you guys haven't watched those videos, I'll put them right here and you guys can go check them out. I have to restore this motor anyways for Hammah Down Restorations, so it works one and the same, and I'm going to do all new gaskets. The main bearings are gone. I'm going to have to drop the pan, see what the damages are in there, see how much glitter we have in there, and then from there we will pump out the system, change the oil filter, change as much as we need to so that we don't have any shards in the block, and then resurface the head and put everything back together with OEM parts. It's going to be future me's problem to figure out if I want to go all OEM stuff or if I want to like get ARP stuff, because I'm not running any boost in this, and once I go turbo I have to redo everything anyways, because I have to go GT pistons, I have to do the crank sensor, I have to do a coil pack, because I'm not N18 this. There's no point. That just doesn't make sense. The point I have on all of this is that I'm trying to do everything very slowly on this. As I progress, my drifting progresses. Like right now, my drifting can't progress at all because it's down. But as soon as it gets back up and running, I can go to the track, I can get seat time, feel everything out, because I've never drifted with this transmission. Like you can see the transmission down there. I've never drifted with this transmission, this 350Z transmission. And I have drift knuckles now where I welded the knuckles so that I can have extra Ackerman. And if you guys haven't watched that video as well, I'll link it right here. There's a lot of videos that I've put on my channel about this car, so if you guys want to watch all of those, I'd be super sick, especially these twin turbo Supra calipers. That was the first install I had on this car, and honestly, best install. I would do it 10 times over, because I would rather stop quickly than go quickly, because if you can go as fast as you want, but if you can't stop, then you know what's the point. And then obviously we have a bunch of sponsors, so thank you Auto Extrude, thank you Z30 Concepts, thank you Autosport Engineering for all your guys' continuous help with everything. The interior of it is not the best, but it's a drift car, it's not a show car. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of things to this car to make it more drift practical, so I'll probably take the door cards off, and there's just a bunch of stuff that I have to do. I also have a wing for this car. It's a JDM Soar wing that fits on this car perfectly, and there's so much things I still have to do to this car, but I can't do anything until the engine's running. I don't want to modify this until the engine is running again, but I do have a surprise for you guys for this car that I got myself for my birthday, because you know what, had to spoil myself and had to spoil this thing. So this is work in progress, but it is the hero of this channel. So love this thing. Fun fact, this car was manufactured in February of 1995 and my birthday is in March 95, so this basically shares very similar birthdays. Like if it was March, that'd be so sick, but February is close enough. Without further ado, let me introduce you guys to the newest addition to the fleet, the car that I got most recently, and what I am going to be super stoked on when it is done. But let me introduce you to this. So this is my 1987 Toyota Supra, so 7M GT turbo. I love this car. This car needs so much work, but it is a project and a half. I cannot wait to start on it. There's a lot of stuff that I still need to get for this car. Peak the Auto Extrude side window covers. The OEM ones are just crap. The hood struts still work, which is insane to me. That's so sick. But if you guys can see on this, so yeah, A70 right there. And then if you come in here to the door card, A71 right there, which for those of you that don't know, the A71 is an A87 Mark III Supra, and A70 is a GTE Supra. So this was I think one of the first 500 that came out of factory with the 7M GTE. So it has some goodies already. Has a Mishimoto radiator and cap, and it was fully rebuilt from what I was told from the previous owner, who I'm still cool with. I talk to every now and then, and my plan is for this car is to get it totally up and running. This is a full restoration, like it's a full love project. Like, this is going to be a passion project for me. I cannot wait. It's been sitting for a little while just because, well, I was supposed to have this car finished and done and then move on to this car, but because the engine blew on it, now I have to redirect my time and my effort to getting this car back up and running, and then I can get this car up and running after that. It does have the top hats, which are the active suspension that don't work anymore, so I am going to be going aftermarket coilovers with these, and I'll show you guys that later on down the line when I start working on this and have more progress on this. But this car is pretty much going to be my track car. Get to the point where I can take this car to Grid Life to drift it, and then this car to Grid Life to put on the track, get some good times in, and basically just have the most fun and put some really good times laps in and learn how to drive track, because this car is going to have, you know, big wide wheels, big bodied, all the downforce I could ever need, and really just be able to attack those corners and rev the 7M to all its glory. I will be doing different versions of the 7M, but a lot of you guys were like, 2JZ it, 2JZ swap it. No, this thing's staying 7M for the rest of its life. I am going to be doing a lot of different versions of the 7M, as far as, like, it is single turbo right now, obviously, but then I'm gonna go big single turbo. Then I'm gonna transform this thing. This thing is going to be on a standalone ECU by the end of its life, where it's going to still be a 7M, but it's going to be a 7M running big injectors, big turbo, big intercooler. And I want to give a shout out to 48 State Fab, Steven over there, for helping me with this car, because he is going to be one of the many that are going to be handling this car, as far as telling me how to, you know, work on it and giving me all the parts I'll ever need. So huge shout out to him, as well as Auto Extrude for being there for this. This is going to be a huge undertaking for me, but I cannot wait. I want to see this thing rip, and I want to see this thing in all in its glory. I do have a lot of plans for the fitment, the wheels, everything. This car is going to be a complete refresh. I want to show you guys what I can do, or the best I can do, the best of what is on the market onto this car. So it's going to be a complete beast. I cannot wait. This thing, I don't know how I came into ownership of it, but it is so clean, it is so stock, and I want to keep that with also improving it as much as possible. So you already know the brakes are going to get changed to the Mercedes brakes. I'm just going to go through all of everything and make sure everything is beautiful. Going to have, you know, racing seats, 5-pole harness, the whole 9 yards, and it's a target top. That is so sick to me. I cannot wait to be able to track this thing, put it on grid, and then afterwards take the top off to show you guys how nice it looks just as a show car. So that's what this car is going to be, so I can't wait for that. Those are the 3 cars I have right now. I will be getting hopefully more cars soon, but I told myself that I need to get all these cars done with so that I can get new cars, because my number one rule is I can't move on to the next car until I get the previous car up and running, finished and set, so that I can, you know, not have to worry about modifying anything more and getting the next car done with my mind being completely fresh. So this car is going to be the car that we're going to do the most work on right now, and then it's going to be that car, and then it's going to be the 4Runner. So sorry for all you guys that are joined the channel that saw my video of picking up the 5BZ. I apologize. You guys are gonna have to wait a while, but I promise you that as you guys stay with the channel, you guys are hopefully gonna learn stuff from other chassis. It will be so worth it. I promise you guys, so worth it. For those of you guys asking what other cars we have on the property, because I see you guys in the comments saying, damn, you guys have a JDM junkyard. Yes, we do, and let me explain. So I live with roommates, so we have a 350Z right here. This is one of my buddy's cars. No idea what he's doing to it. It has a engine from a G35 coupe, so the gearing and the rear diff is a little bit weird, but that's this car. Runs and drives perfectly. Just has to get registered. I don't really know what the situation is, so that's what that car is right there. Now this car is a gem. This is a 1987 300ZX turbo, and so it's pretty much everything from that car to this car is very similar. You could see the lines and everything on very 80s, which is awesome because I love being able to have all of these cars in a line where you can compare all of them, because you can see the similarities that Nissan had to Toyota, that had to Mazda, and see the pop-up, and you could just see a lot of the similarities. So the corner lights are very similar. I think, yeah, these are active. They do have bulbs in them. It's so funny to me how like the stock mirrors look so similar on it. The only real difference is the target top. This is a T-top instead of being the target top like that one. And then on the inside, interior 5-speed, you already know the drill. 5-speed on that. Distant cousins that don't like each other too much. We talk more about this when we're working on it, because I'm hoping I can be a part of working on this thing, because that'd be super sick. So you know what, let's go over the RX-7 real quick. So this is a 1986, I believe, RX-7 FC. It does have a rotary in it. The rotary is very missing right now. It needs a lot of parts, but this is one of our other friend's cars. He is currently building it very slowly, but it looks amazing. It's this aero kit alone. I forgot what the aero kit is, but you guys can definitely tell me in the comments down below what this aero kit is. But this aero kit is very cool. I love the Ganador style side mirrors and just the front bumper. Apparently this aero kit is very hard to get and very expensive, so we will not be going around that and touching it too much, because I don't want to mess it up. All of these cars, their pop-ups motors still work, so all of them, I can't wait to have all of them out in the wild where they all run. It's gonna be such a nice lineup. I have to do a lot of body work to this. I just, you know, kind of realized how messed up that body panel is to that, but at least we have what before and after looks like, so I can go ahead and get that fender pretty much fixed. I almost forgot, I needed to show you guys something real quick. All right, so I did get this moved in here. I will actually be doing a video of me moving it from the truck to here in the next video, because it'll tie into what my plans are for this. So the previous owner gave me that tote full of parts for this car, so we have a lot of work to do, but it's not hard work. It's just more of getting all of this nice and shiny. I'm going to be tearing this completely down, taking the heads off, taking all of this off, so that we can really see what we're working with as far as head gasket, oil pan. We do have to take the oil pan off of the 4Runner, the 3BZ, to switch it over to here for the oil dipstick. So I kind of know the premise of everything I have to do to the other motor to get this motor to fit, but I cannot wait, because we're going to do something really cool with the valve covers. We're going to be making everything, all of this, nice and shiny. We're probably going to get new headers for it. Well, okay, I need your guys' help in the comments below. Tell me if you guys want me to run a single exit exhaust or a dual exit exhaust, because we have the option to stick with the crossover pipe but get the manifold that has it going to the driver's side on the other side and going back to the stock exhaust on the 4Runner, or we have the opportunity to keep these flanges and then mimic these flanges and do a true dual going the back, probably just a Y pipe somewhere and going all the way back to the back of the car, because I think that would sound really cool. And I think this exhaust limits this engine a lot. I'm not entirely sure, I'm just thinking it might, but it'd be really cool to be able to make a flange off this, maybe even just cut this flange and put like a 3-inch exhaust all the way back. So we have the opportunity now to get as wild as we want to and kind of push the boundaries of what's already happened or what's out there and what's not out there. That's what we're here for, is to show people what we're capable of and to really make people believe that, you know, it is possible. So I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more content, and join the Hammah, because you already know that we are out here, we're getting stuff done. Unfortunately, I was sick for the pre 2 weeks, but now we're back. Now we're feeling a lot better, and summer's right around the corner. So you already know what that means. It means getting to work, getting stuff done, and making things happen. So if you guys are stoked, leave it down in the comments. Like, leave everything in the comments for me, because I want to hear the stoke, I want to hear the questions, I want to hear everything that you guys have to say, because this channel is fueled by you, and you guys give me motivation to keep moving forward. And I can't wait to start on all of these and get all these done, because I know that we're gonna have more cars, more fun projects, more headaches, and just a lot more wholesome content coming your guys' way. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Never forget, guys, always stay positive and stay true to who you are. Shoots! Till next time.